Fukuoka is known for its incredible tonkotsu ramen, but did you know they have an amazing nightclub scene? Probably not. Tonight I'm going to take you to what I think is the best nightclub in Fukuoka, and I'm going to break down every single nightclub in this amazing city. Alright, Fukuoka, I absolutely love this city for many reasons, but two main reasons. Basically, the ramen out here is incredible, and also the nightlife is incredible. Not a lot of people know about the nightclubs out here. They tend to think mostly about Tokyo or Osaka, or maybe Nagoya for nightclubs, but Fukuoka has a thriving nightclub scene, and this video is all about breaking down those nightclubs for you guys. Okay, so first off, something you got to know about Fukuoka is that it's almost entirely Japanese when you go to these nightclubs. You really got to come prepared for people not to understand any English, but that's fine. I mean, you want that real Japanese experience, you're gonna get it here. There are some Latin bars out here. Predominantly, the nightclubs are very Japanese. So musically, that means you're gonna hear a lot of Japanese hip-hop, top 40, and some EDM. Of course, I'm gonna be doing some pretty hard EDM, but that's kind of rare for this scene, actually. It's mostly Japanese hip-hop, actually. One thing you're gonna learn about these nightclubs out in Fukuoka is the names of the nightclubs are pretty crazy. They have very out there names, starting with the nightclub that I'm actually playing at tonight, which is called Ibiza or Ibiza, which is very strange. So when I tell people I'm playing at Ibiza, people are like, oh, you're going to that island? You know, but like, no, I'm going to Fukuoka. I have no idea why the club is called Ibiza. There's nothing in the club that looks or feels like an Ibiza nightclub, but that's just what it's called. But the club, in my opinion, is probably the most popular and just the most banging nightclub. You have one large main floor where you hear a lot more of that EDM sound, and then the subfloor, which is going to be pretty much Japanese hip hop. The club is very popular, especially on the weekends, so be prepared for crowds. But they have, I think, probably the best production in Fukuoka, which is very important for me when I DJ. I like to have the CO2, the lasers and all that LED screen stuff. You're gonna see a lot more of this club tonight, so I'm not gonna talk about it too much right now, but this club absolutely rocks. Next, you have Cats Fukuoka, which is actually the sister club to Ibiza. This club is kind of an OG nightclub out here. It's been here forever, several floors, very popular as well, quite crowded. Primarily, it is hip-hop, Japanese hip-hop, but they do have another floor where they kind of mix it up with EDM and different things like that. This club rocks too. This is easily a number 2 for me. I've played there as well. The club is also a very good option for clubbing out here. Also, why is the cat called Cats? I have no idea. You don't see any cats in the nightclub or in the decorations. I guess maybe the owners just like cats a lot. I'm not sure, but once again, interesting name for a nightclub. The next nightclub, and I'm not joking, is called Happy Cock. I can't even understand why the club is called that. It is just a normal nightclub, honestly. It's a very standard nightclub, but it has the most insane name for a nightclub I've ever seen. Actually, the logo for the nightclub is a chicken. So, I mean, it's not what you think it is, but just absolutely insane name for a nightclub. Despite that, the club is quite popular. It's very Japanese. You're gonna hear a mix of different things, and apparently it's quite popular out here. Next, you have Phase 3, which is kind of a small hip-hop DJ bar, I would say. Also quite popular with the locals. If you're looking for just straight up hip-hop all night long, Phase 3 is a great option. And lastly, there is Club Evil. Club is primarily kind of a mix of things, but it looks very Japanese. Sometimes you got live events, you got events doing J-pop, you got events doing reggaeton, all kinds of stuff. This is probably a club you do need to check the schedule for. Check their Instagram, check their flyers, see what they're playing. But it also seems like a fairly popular nightclub as well out here. The nightclub scene out here is predominantly focused around the Tenjin district, and when you go out there during the weekend at night, it is popping. The streets are going crazy. There's a lot of bars. It has a lot of energy out there, so you're gonna see that later tonight, but it really gives this area a unique feeling that you don't really see in other parts of Japan. All right, I gotta hurry up. I gotta do sound check for my show, and then I'm meeting Qwerty, the resident DJ of Ibiza, for dinner later tonight. Let's go. There's an absolutely massive Ichiran ramen building here with a lineup, of course. I mean, I know people love Ichiran and it comes from Fukuoka, but I mean, if you're in Fukuoka, there is so much better ramen to be had. And it's primarily tourists in that line there. Good ramen, it's interesting, it's fun, but if you're in Fukuoka, you gotta try some of the smaller shops. That's where you're really gonna get that authentic tonkotsu ramen. And I'm gonna show you what I think is a much better tonkotsu ramen later in this video.
Ima?
違う。今飲んでもいいから。DJ の時とか DJ の前は
ジントニック。
ジントニック。
水。ショット。
ショットは何がいいですか？
クワーティの一番好きの。クワーティは？
クワーティさん？
はい。
クワーティさんは
1800円。
1800円。
こんなやった。
やっぱね、スポンサーね。Okay, I'm with Qwerty, and since this vlog is all about what the nightlife scene is out here in Fukuoka, what better person to ask than the resident DJ at Ibiza? We got Qwerty right here. So Qwerty, I got some questions. ちょっと質問いいですか?
Okay.
Okay. 福岡で DJ をされてどれぐらい?
福岡で DJ をして11年ぐらい。
11年。11 years. 長いですね。
長いです。
ずっと Ibiza or 別の？
もともとキャッツ福岡ってとこで最初に始めて、で系列店が増えて、はい、今系列のイビザにいるって感じです。
私がキャッツ福岡で1回 DJ したこと覚えてる？
覚えてるよ。
わー、懐かしい。わー、OK。Wow, that's a long time ago. 何年前？6年前
？6、7年前と思う。
わー、ちょっと太ってた？この時
に。ちょっと太ってた。
It's being nice. 福岡と東京の違いは何ですか？
やっぱり人口の多さ。
Okay.
クラブの遊びに来る人の量は東京に比べて少ない。
Okay.
福岡はね。
みんなミーハー？
結構ミーハー。
Okay. And Miha is like kind of casual customers like pops, popular music.
コマーシャルソング。
まあ東京アンダーグラウンドシーンあるね。
多い。
どっちの方がワイルド？
ワイルドって言ったらまあ東京かな。
東京？ Okay, interesting. Okay, okay. You heard it here. Qwerty のチャームポイントは？
チャームポイント？なんだろう。自分でチャームポイントわかんねえな。あ、でもよく言われるのは声かな。
声。Voice。
そう。マイク使う時とかに声がいいねって言われるから声なのかもしれない。
Okay, all right. This is Qwerty. Find him on Instagram. Get him on Spotify. We have a song together called The Neon City. Stream it on Spotify. Check him out. All right, it is time to head to the club. Tonight is extra hectic because we are shooting loads of content for our upcoming track, Neon City. My collab with Qwerty. And as I said in other videos, it's super important to create content whenever you're releasing music so you can promote the track. And we're just gonna shoot tons of content on the street out here. Qwerty, what is this?
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. He's rocking a Tamagotchi right now. Is this new or old?
New one.
Wow. There you go, guys. Zombie. All right, the content crew, we are done. Let's go rave at Ibiza.
last night was absolutely crazy. As you can see, Fukuoka nightclubs go hard. I mean, it's a bit surprising. We're pretty far from Tokyo, but the scene out here is thriving and I love it. So now it's time to get some ramen, some quick ramen tips for those trying to get ramen out here in Fukuoka. I recommend not going to any of the big ramen chains or any ramen shop that's right next to like Tenjin Station or any of the big stations out here, because the lines are absolutely crazy, super long, 1 hour plus. And in general, ramen the lines move fast, but still the lines are really, really long. What you want to do is kind of go out on the outskirts a bit to find very authentic ramen, and typically there's still a line, but it's much shorter, considerably shorter. That's like a 15-minute wait line, and it's super good. Let's go get this ramen. That ramen was extremely filling. Did you see all that broth? It was crazy. Very flavorful. And I always say, you know, if the ramen shop stinks, if it really has this porky smell when you walk in, you know it's legit. And that's the thing about Ichiran, you walk in, you don't even really smell anything. These kind of authentic ramen shops absolutely slap. All right, so if you have any questions about Fukuoka's nightclub scene, be sure to put it down in the comments. I'll do my best to try and answer them. Don't forget to like this video, and if you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. V is out.